Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the most chilling and mysterious ghost stories of the USA Navy Army. As you may know, the US military has a long and rich history, but also a dark and haunted one. Many soldiers, sailors, and airmen have lost their lives in wars, accidents, and suicides, and some of them are said to still linger in the places where they died or served. I've collected some of the most fascinating and spooky stories from various websites, books, and eyewitness accounts. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to be scared. The first story I want to tell you is about the USS Hornet, a famous aircraft carrier that served in World War II and the Vietnam War. The USS Hornet was involved in many battles and missions, including the Doolittle Raid, the Battle of Midway, and the recovery of the Apollo 11 and 12 astronauts. However, the ship also witnessed a lot of death and tragedy. Over 300 crew members died on board, either by enemy fire, accidents, or suicides. Some of them were buried at sea, while others were never found. Today, the USS Hornet is a museum ship, docked in San Francisco Bay. But many visitors and staff claim that the ship is haunted by the ghosts of its former crew. They report hearing voices, footsteps, and doors slamming, seeing apparitions and shadows, and feeling cold spots and touches. Some of the most haunted areas are the engine room, the sick bay, the flight deck, and the captain's quarters. One of the most famous ghosts is a sailor named Charlie, who is said to be friendly and playful. He likes to turn on faucets, open and close doors, and move objects around. Another ghost is a pilot who crashed his plane on the flight deck and died. He is sometimes seen walking around the ship, looking for his plane. Some people believe that the ghosts of the USS Hornet are still loyal to their ship and their duty, while others think that they are trapped and restless, unable to move on. The second story I want to tell you is about the USS Arizona, a battleship that was sunk by the Japanese during the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. The USS Arizona became a mass tomb for the 1,102 that perished with her. She serves as an underwater graveyard and memorial to those that died during the tragic event. However, many believe that the dead did not go in peace and still haunt the area. Today, officers blame a ghost called Charlie for many of the eerie happenings near the USS Arizona. This famous apparition is reportedly harmless, only turning on water faucets and causing heavy doors to swing open and closed. Another ghost, however, inspires more fear. One of the sailors who abandoned his post during the bombings allegedly haunts the deck of the ship at low tide, inspiring fear and sadness in visitors to the memorial. The third story I'm going to tell you some of the spookiest and creepiest ghost stories of the USA Navy Army after the war in Korea. As you may know, the Korean War was a brutal and bloody conflict that lasted from 1950 to 1953, and involved the United States, South Korea, North Korea, China, and the Soviet Union. The war left behind millions of casualties, refugees, and prisoners of war, as well as a divided and devastated country. Many soldiers, sailors, and airmen who fought in the war experienced horrors and traumas that haunted them for the rest of their lives. Some of them also encountered ghosts, spirits, and demons, and some of them never returned. I've collected some of the most terrifying and shocking stories from various websites, books, and eyewitness accounts. About the USS Pueblo, a Navy intelligence ship that was captured by North Korea in 1968, 5 years after the war ended. The USS Pueblo was conducting a spy mission near the North Korean coast, when it was attacked and boarded by the North Korean Navy. The crew of 83 men was taken prisoner and tortured for 11 months, before being released in a prisoner exchange. During their captivity, the crew reported seeing and hearing strange things, such as voices, footsteps, and apparitions. Some of them believed that they were haunted by the ghost of Dwayne Hodges, the only crew member who was killed during the attack. Others thought that they were visited by the spirits of their fellow prisoners of war who died in the Korean War. Some of the crew members also claimed that they were possessed by demons or evil spirits, and exhibited signs of mental breakdowns and violent behavior. The USS Pueblo is still held by North Korea to this day, and is displayed as a trophy and a propaganda tool. Some people believe that the ship is still haunted by the ghosts of its crew and the horrors they endured. So, these were some of the spookiest and creepiest ghost stories of the USA Navy Army. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Which story did you find the most scary or interesting? Do you have any other ghost stories of the US military that you want to share? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my next video. In the next episode, I will tell you some of the most horrifying and bizarre stories of demonic possession in the US military. You don't want to miss that. Until then, stay safe and stay curious. Bye for now.